We are here to live this life to the fullest. And that means experiencing everything that this life has to offer. And that includes the heartbreak, the sadness, the love, and joy. And wherever you're at in life, whatever you're going through, know that you're here to experience that, and you're here to feel it fully, and that it's okay and it's beautiful that we're able to do this. Just take it as a blessing and know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and these feelings are here for a reason, and we're able to grow and expand and find ourselves through them.
Hi guys, hello and welcome back to another vlog. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. I am about to go to a movie and to dinner, so I am just getting ready here for that. I'm wearing like sweats. Well, I'm wearing like a regular tank top and sweat bottoms, and then like a sweater over it with combat boots. So I'm trying to put on some makeup so I don't look like a total boy, but you know, it is what it is. I really want to be comfy, cozy. Oh, I also wanted to do like a little eyeshadow too this time around. The movie that we're going to go see is called something Red, something, I think it comes out today. Let me see. The Rock is in it, and it's like this, I think it's a Christmas movie about, I want to say they kidnap Santa Claus or something. Let me see what it's called. It's something Red. Oh, it's called Red One. Okay, yeah, so it's called Red One, and it says after Santa Claus is kidnapped, the North Pole's head of security, Dwayne Johnson, which is The Rock, must team up with the world's most infamous bounty hunter, Chris Evans, in a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to save Christmas. So I saw the trailer for it, and it looked pretty cute, and it also looked like action-packed too. So that's what we're gonna go see, and I'm just gonna do my makeup and stuff right now, and then I will pick you guys back up in a little bit.
Ooh, it's something about, just something about the way she moves. I can't figure it out. It's something about her. Ooh, it's something about kind of woman that wants you but don't need you. I can't figure it out. There's something about her. Cause she walk like a boss, talk like a boss, pedicure and nails, just like the pedicure boss. She's fly effortlessly. And she move like a boss, do what a boss do. She got me thinking about getting it all. That's the kind of girl I need. She got her own thing. That's why I love her. It's independent. Won't you come and spend a little time? She got her own thing. That's why I love her. It's independent. Ooh, the way you shine. It's independent. Ooh, there's something about kind of woman that can do for herself. I look at her and it makes me proud. There's something about her. Something oh so sexy about kind of woman that don't even need my help. She says she got it, no doubt. There's something about her. Cause she work like a boss, play like a boss. Car and a crib, she got to pay them both off. And the bills are paid on time. Yeah. She made for a boss, only a boss. Anything less, she telling them to get off. That's the girl that's on my mind. She got her own.
Okay, really quick outfit of the night. I got on all black, of course, with this little sweater over it, and then I have on these sweatpants with these faux Doc Marten boots from last year, faux leather bag. Y'all don't mind my closet, it's a mess in here, but just wanted to show you really quickly. I feel like it's giving Jasmine Sullivan a little bit. My hair is like straight. I don't know what I think I'm doing with this hair, because I know when I walk outside it's gonna blow up because it's rainy, drizzly, cloudy, foggy, like all the things, and I know my hair is about to go haywire. I just wanted to show you the look. I like how the sweats look with the boots. could see. Y'all probably can't see. I think it's kind of dark in here. But anyway, yeah, that's the fit. Cute, comfy, cozy for dinner and a movie. I also wanted to show you guys that I had on a hoop. Who do I think I am with these hoops? I'm a stud kind of girly. Not like that. Earring stud kind of girly. And I'm like, a hoop, how cute. I got on these little hoops. They used to be silver. They used to be silver. Now they're gold. And I got on my 2 little gold bangles to go with it. I thought it was kind of cute. I feel cute. I feel cute or whatever. Okay, let's go before I'm late. Next stop is food. We are at Copeland's. It is the next day. So we are about to go and take a look at an apartment. I know. But your girl is getting the itch again. She is getting the itch to relocate, move. It's time. To be honest with you guys, it's been time. It really has been time. The penthouse is not what it's cracked up to be. You know, I've done it, I've lived it. It's cute. But there are different things in this apartment that are just simply not working, that I just don't want to continue to do anymore. And yeah, so that's that. I'll speak on it a little bit later, as far as what I want to do for future and all of that good stuff. I'm not moving right now by any means, but I do want to be proactive because I do want to kind of speak it into existence and have something for the future, and then maybe 2025 as well. I feel like I think I have moved every year that I've been on this channel. I think because when I first started YouTube, I don't know if it was my first video or maybe like my first couple of videos, I was in the process of moving. I'm not really a fan of staying in an area or staying in a location or staying in a home if it's not really serving you, and if you have the means to do it, then I'm like, do it, change it up, switch up your environment, switch up the scene, and that's just what I'm all about. I really am. So yeah, I'm gonna go look at this apartment. I honestly don't know how much I'm going to show you guys because at the end of the day, this is somewhere I'm going to be living, possibly. I don't know if I'm gonna be living in this building or not, but it's a possible that I may be living in it at some point or another. So I just don't know how much of it I'm going to show, like as far as the outside and, you know, all the other spaces that come with the apartment, or even really the apartment itself. When it comes to safety, you know, you gotta have to stay private, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go there. I'll get the little bit of clips that I can get. I'll show you guys what I can show you, and then we'll go from there. We'll pick up and we'll talk about how I've been feeling as far as moving and home and all of that stuff a little bit later. I even want to get rid of all my stuff, y'all. That's where I'm at. That's honestly, mentally, that's where I'm at. But we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. We are looking at a new construction. Me and Agna. Agna, say hi to the folks. That makes sense though. So they're bringing their stuff in here to move?
No.
Oh.
It's a loading dock.
let's talk. So yesterday I went to go look at the other apartment. I don't know as far as that building. The building itself is going to be nice. It's not like completely done yet. It is a new construction building, so if I were to move in there, it's a big huge if, I would be the only person that has ever lived in that particular unit, so that would be really nice because it is a brand new building. The only thing I did not like about the building itself was that for the apartments that I would probably get, it's really dark, like really dark. And I am huge on natural light. Not even just for filming and like what I do on a daily basis, but that, of course, that's important too, like for filming and all that. But the natural light thing, like I have to have it in my apartment. And if I don't have it, like it's very depressing. And to be somewhere every single day and you don't have like good, or I don't have like good natural light, I'm not gonna want to be there. So I toured like 3 or 4 units I think that we went to, and they were all nice, they were all beautiful. Love the way that they looked and everything. The space was the space was okay. It wasn't like huge or anything, but how dark it was, I feel like would definitely affect it would affect me, and I wouldn't like it, I don't think. So that's that. I just don't know. I don't know. But like I was telling you guys yesterday, I'm not moving right now, but eventually I most likely will be moving again because, the penthouse was cute. It was cute. It was cute. But the darkness, I'm dealing with that here in this apartment. There's a couple of things that in this apartment that I'm just not satisfied with. And I feel like I wanted to be cozy, and I wanted to be like in a smaller situation, especially because I didn't have Fifth and Juniper anymore. So I didn't need all the space that I had in my last apartment. It was a very, very large 2-bedroom. However, I got in here and I'm just kind of like, ugh, but is this one too small? Like, I don't know. And I'm just big on feeling comfortable in my space. And it's not that I'm not comfortable. It's just a lot of things in this apartment that I'm just not fully satisfied with. And y'all, it's just me. I have no kids. I'm not in a relationship or anything like that. And I'm just like, listen, if you have the means to do it, if you can, do whatever makes you happy. And if moving around and figuring out like what space is going to work best for me in my situation, if that's what makes me happy, then that's what I'm going to do, girl. But again, if I were to do it, it won't be until probably like the spring or summer or something like that. Just, I'm just going to be looking around just to kind of see what exactly I want to do, because I need some change. I go through these periods where I want to get rid of everything. I want to start fresh. I'm not tied to things. I'm not tied to like materialistic things and like stuff in my apartment and couches and all of that stuff. Like, I'm really not tied to that stuff. And it's very easy for me to like be able to get rid of stuff and not have like an attachment to it. Some, sentimental stuff, okay, yeah, but like when it comes to just stuff like material things, I'm not attached to stuff like that. So it's nothing for me to really want to just switch up everything. And going into 35, y'all, like something hit when I turned 35. And it was leading up to 35 as well when it came to my home and when it came to my furniture. I was in a period in my life where I purchased a lot of the furniture that I have now. And we're just talking about like furniture and decor and all of that here. During that time, it was when I was fresh out of my relationship or my marriage. And I literally had to build from the ground up. Like I had to start completely over again, all the way over. And just to kind of put things into perspective, when I started, again, this was years ago, but when I started, I didn't have anything. And I had to slowly but surely, piece by piece, build up the things that I wanted in my home, because you go from having a home with someone together to being by yourself. And I literally started all the way over again. So from my bed set to my couch to my coffee table to, just everything, any type of piece of furniture, or really even like the materials, like the pillows and everything was started from that time, and like almost from the ground up, and led me to where I'm at today as far as like all of my home decor. With that being said, I do love the things that are in my home. I love my home in general, but I'm in a completely different time zone. I am in a completely different era in my life. And when I look at the things that are in my home, it brings me back to how I felt when I had to start from the ground up. Don't get me wrong, it was an amazing feeling. It was a great feeling because I was out here on my own, you know, from being married for so long, and I'm purchasing a couch, and I'm purchasing my bedroom outfit, and I'm purchasing my dresser and my TVs and everything else, and I'm doing this thing on my own, and I'm so proud of myself, and it feels so good. And when I look at those things, it brings me back there. Yes, I'm proud. Yes, you know, it's a great thing, but I'm in a new chapter. I'm in a new chapter. And when I look at the things in my home, I want to be happy with them. I want to be satisfied with them. And it's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm not grateful, because I am very grateful how far I've come. But I don't want to look at the things in my home and be like, yeah, I remember that time, you know, I struggled to get this and I struggled to get that, but I put it together. I'm over that. I'm over that. So when I walk into my home, and this is a little tidbit for y'all too, when you walk into your home and you walk into your space, you should feel at ease. You should feel comfortable. You should feel like a breath of fresh air, because this is your sanctuary. This is your space. This is your spot. You should feel all the feelings that you want to feel when you walk into your home. You shouldn't feel clustered or not clustered, flustered. You shouldn't feel flustered. You shouldn't feel any of those things. Your home should be your safe space. And my home for a long time has been my safe space. But with that being said, if I walk into my home and I feel like the space is no longer serving me, whether that is the actual things that's in the home or the building itself or whatever the case is, the actual apartment itself, whatever it is, if I walk into my own personal space in my own home and I no longer feel like it's serving me, something has got to change. And that might be the reason why I move. That might be the reason why, you know, I switch things up sometimes. I don't know. But as of right now, the constant reminder that I get from my home is the beginning stages of starting over. It's the beginning stages of having to struggle to make ends meet, to get the things that I wanted. And it was a very, very proud feeling at one time. And I'm still, like, I don't want y'all to get that confused, because I'm still very proud of how far I've come. But, you know, I don't want to look at my life and be like, I made it. I'm not looking at it like that, because there's always room for growth. But when it comes to the feeling in a space, I don't want to look at my home anymore and think of, yes, I'm proud of how far I've come, but it was such a struggle to get here. Like, I don't want to walk into it thinking that. And just, again, to put things into perspective, a lot of the things that I have in here now is from that time. It's from, like, my couch is from that time, my bedroom, my pictures and stuff on my wall, everything that I have right now, which a lot of times the things that's in your home, you've had for years and years and years. You've had all that, and they bring memories, and it holds energy. Your home holds a lot of energy, and, you know, in the space that you're in. And if you want to switch up that energy, switch up your home, you know? And I'm ready to switch up the energy in my home. I really am. I'm ready to switch up the energy in my home and the home itself. And when it comes to this apartment, you know, the light, again, plays a big, huge part. It's very, it's dark in here, even though I'm at the top, and there is, like, natural sunlight that comes in through the windows. It's just not enough. So that is kind of depressing a little bit, especially now that it gets dark so fast outside because of the season or the time change. You know, it's just not it's not serving me. So I am going to be making some changes for 2025 when it comes to my own home and when it comes to my personal space. And I really want to start slowly transitioning out the things that I have and just bringing in new things, you know, just new, different things. And I'm not going to do it all at once. I'm not going to do just like a major overhaul of getting rid of all my stuff. It probably will be a gradual thing. And I may sound dramatic, you know, this may sound really dramatic. It may just be like, girl, okay, so you want new furniture. It may sound like that, but to me, it's just so much deeper than that, you know? It's so much deeper to know that I've had the same things for years, and like the transition that I'm going through as I'm getting older, and when I hit 35, and just knowing that, okay, I got to get rid of these things because it's no longer serving me. I want to change up the energy. I want to switch up the energy. And also the energy in my apartment is a vibe. It's always going to be a vibe. It will always be a vibe. With the things that I have in here, it's just like, okay, I like chill, calm, collect. I like that. Plants, all of those things. But I need a different vibe now. I need a different vibe. And I want to be able to walk into my space and not think, you know, it was a struggle to get you, but I got you. Like, it was a great time when it happened. It was a great, great time to build and to complete everything. And I just can't be more proud of myself for how far I've come when it comes to material things and being able to build a space that I want. But I also can't ignore the feeling of it's time for something new. It's time to switch up the energy. It's time to look at the things in my home and feel something different. It's time for that. You know, I want to look at things and be like, YouTube paid for this, you know? My job and the career path that I have outside of YouTube paid for this. This is what hard work looks like. I can purchase something like this, or I can do something like this, or I can switch up this because I now have a different perspective, and I now can say that I did A, B, C, and D to get this. And this is just me with home decor. Like other people, I feel like people's priorities are all different, you know? Some people, they like cars, other things, trips, going on vacations and stuff. Like it's really whatever is up to that person. Like whatever is a priority for you, switch it up, you know? Switch it up and let the other things that is happening in your life allow you to be able to make that change that you need. So in my case, if it is financial, if it is YouTube, if it is my career outside of YouTube, my job and all of that, if it is those things, I'm going to have those things, those passions and stuff that I do is going to fund my space and my things that are inside of my home, because that's what's important for me. If vacations and stuff are important for you, traveling all over the world and all of that, some people, you know, they pack up all their stuff, they put it in storage, they sell everything, and they're gone. Like that's their passion. That's why we see so many like those little houses and stuff, or people living out of their vans, which I love to watch too. Like these people aren't attached to things, and they're packing up all their stuff. They're not attached to stuff, and they're out. They're on the road. They're traveling because that is what's important to them. Or other people, when it comes to whatever else, you know, like whatever else, like time, they may free up their time. They're not putting a whole lot of energy and stuff into the house and all of that. But for me and my home, I just like for my space to feel a certain type of way. And that's what I want to put my hard-earned coins into, because that's what makes me happy. I'm here a lot. You know, I don't travel a whole bunch. I don't really, you know, it's not really a super thing for me. I do want to eventually, but, you know, just for now, I want to be able to do what makes me happy, especially because I'm alone by myself, all of that good stuff. So that kind of is where that's coming from as far as moving, wanting to switch it up, wanting 2025 to be and look a little bit different from the years prior, hitting 35, getting rid of stuff. Like, y'all, I got videos on getting rid of stuff. Like, y'all know I'm just not attached to stuff. I'm really not. And if it comes to starting over, then we're just gonna start over. But I think this one is so significant because I'm thinking about starting over with everything when it comes into my home, like everything. All of the big stuff. Usually I may change some stuff out, get rid of some stuff, declutter, all of that. But I'm ready to do a whole overhaul of just getting rid of everything and starting all the way over, changing up my style and just starting something new and doing that piece by piece, and then letting that be the growth. Because before, you know, I'm doing piece by piece because I'm struggling to get it. And then it's like when I actually got it, it was so like I got it, and it was because it was financial things, you know, it was financial. Like I needed a couch. I had nothing. I needed a couch. Let me try to get this couch. And when I finally got the couch, when I could finally afford a couch, it meant so much to me. Like, you just want to hold on to it because it just meant so much. I was able to afford this couch, and on top of that, for me, my stuff will sit empty because I got the couch that I wanted. It wasn't like, oh, I just need a couch and let me just go to hit up a thrift store or whatever. It wasn't that. My stuff sat empty in my apartment because that's just me as a person. I'm like, I want the couch that I want. So I'm going to try to get a couch. And not that the couch was that expensive. It wasn't. I was just broke. I just wanted a nice, decent couch. And that's this couch right here. A nice, decent couch for me to sit in my space and be able to afford it. And when I was finally able to afford it and I was finally able to purchase it, I felt so amazing. I just wanted to hold on to it. I'm past that stage in my life. I'm past it. I'm past it. And I look up and I realize that I'm past it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How proud you must be. And I'm not saying either that I can just go out and get and buy anything that I want, because that ain't it either. Because if I could, all of this stuff would be out in one day, and I would refurnish my entire apartment in one day. But that ain't gonna be like that. I still ain't got it like that. But I am past where I was when I started. And so slowly doing a transition, and then also incorporating my passion into it. Because if I do start changing the things out in my apartment, I'm going to turn it into a series on my channel here. So it's like incorporating the passion with YouTube into it, also going with how I've been feeling and the energy. Child, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what 2025 is going to bring and how it's going to look and where I'm going to be and what type of stuff I'm going to be able to put in here that's different, and getting rid of things. And you never know, I might feel a little bit of an emotional attachment to the bigger things that I have in my apartment because it was just such a struggle to get them. And when I finally got them, it was such a proud moment. I cried on some of the stuff that I got. So shoot, maybe this time will be different. I don't know. I just know I'm ready to switch up the energy. Good morning. Hello. It is the next day. Y'all, look at what one of the kids at my job gave me. If I can pick it up. It's a little succulent. How cute. It's called a light stone mini. And it's this little succulent plant in this stone, what is this? Stone, oh, I can't even think of the name of it. I keep wanting to say, not pot holder, planter, whatever. One of these, and I'm like, OMG, I'm gonna add it to my collection. So let me show you guys. So this size right here, I'm gonna show you, because I had two succulents that started off the same size. And one of them was this, which I actually hate this plant. And I kept trying to kill it, but it just wouldn't die. So I just was like, you know what, let me just embrace it. But this one started out the size of this one right here. So, and now it's this big, and it just grows all weird. And y'all probably, I mean, if you're not really into plants, you may not know, but this one was a little tiny succulent, and I have to insert a picture of what it typically looks like when you get it in the store, but now it looks like this. I had never seen one that grew out like this. And when I tell y'all, because as it was growing, I just really didn't like the way that it looked. I didn't like how it curled up at the ends. Like, it was just ugly to me as it was growing. When it's small, short, sweet, when you first get it and it's a little succulent, I thought it was so pretty. And I'll show you, I'll insert a picture and show you guys what it looks like. But that one started off like around this size as well. And then I want to say this one also started, yeah, I think it was this one, and I repotted it, and it also started off really small, like how that one is. So I'm excited to add this to my little collection. They gave me this, and they also gave me a Starbucks gift card. So of course, that's what I'm about to go do. I'm about to go get myself some coffee because they know my heart. These folks be knowing my heart. We're getting coffee. Going to Starbucks. I don't know why I don't have a coat on because it is extremely cold out here right now. Whew, but we're just gonna be in and out. right, so I got just my regular caramel macchiato. I get a small with oat milk, extra caramel drizzle. And then I also got, this is the second time me getting this sandwich. It's actually really good. It's the egg pesto mozzarella sandwich, no meat. Y'all, I'm on day 15 of no meat. I did have a drink, because remember I was like, I'm not going to do any meat, any alcohol. I had one drink when I went to dinner the other night. And I was like, ugh, I didn't even need that drink. But anyway, but I haven't had any meat. I have not had any meat. And you know, I'm okay with it. Like the meat thing, I'm okay with it. This sandwich is actually really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. Mmm. It's just like a really good little breakfast sandwich, you know? With your coffee. It's just really good. So, anywho, I'm about to go to work, per usual. When I get off of work, I think today, I really want to make this soup. Originally, I wanted to make this hot and sour soup, like a Chinese or Asian inspired hot and sour soup. But girl, when I seen the amount of ingredients that it had in there and the preparation time and all of that, I was like, who making this? Who is making this? So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do like a broth, because that's all I really wanted was like a broth with vegetables and like season it up really well and just have the flavor in the soup be really good. So I think I'm just going to get whatever kind of vegetables I want. If they do have like some kind of Asian inspired sauce or something like that, something that I can put in the soup to kind of help it out a little bit, then I will. While I'm at the store. But for the most part, I'm just going to do veggies, and then of course I'm going to do the broth, and then just really try to get the flavor the way that I want it and go from there. I really did want to make a hot and sour soup, but it was just no way. I was like, if y'all look up a hot and sour soup on YouTube, it was just way more ingredients than what I thought and way more preparation time than what I thought. I was like, girl, we about to just dump this broth in this pot with these veggies and simmer that mug and call it a day, because what? But yeah, that's what we'll do later, so we'll check back in at that time. I just got back from Whole Foods. It's been like a whole thing. After I came from the store, I walked Bailey, and yeah, she's not feeling good, and I'm just like super tired and a little stressed out. So I just wanted to show you guys what I got at Whole Foods for the soup that I was telling you guys about earlier in the vlog. I'm definitely not making the soup tonight. I'm gonna make it tomorrow, but as of right now, I'm just gonna like show you guys and then relax for the rest of the night. So yeah, so the first thing that I got was some organic chicken broth. I got 2 of these, which I'm not gonna make 2. I'm probably just gonna do one, just for one soup. Looks like lot. I also got some coffee creamer. I never had this coffee creamer before. It's organic oat creamer and it's in vanilla. So I really want to do like this honey vanilla coffee that I've been drinking at this restaurant. So I want to try that with that. And then I also got some honey as well. And then I got this Japanese restaurant style miso cup instant miso soup. This is soup in itself. However, I want to use the ingredients that's in this packet to make it with my soup and put it all together and see how it tastes. So it's a miso cup instant miso soup. 50 calories, and then inside of it has, everything is organic. So organic miso, water, soybeans, organic rice, salt, yeast, water, kelp extract, shiitake mushroom extract, yeast extract powder, onion powder, salt. And then it also has bits of tofu in it, bits of cabbage, seaweed, and then chopped onion and green onion. So yeah, I just wanted to try that to put it in my soup just to give it like a little extra kick, a little extra flavor. And then that's it for that one. And the veggies that I got to put in it was green onion. Of course, I definitely wanted to do some green onion. I got 2 of these because I just really wanted to be flavorful with the green onion. And then I also got some shiitake mushrooms to put in it as well. And I got some Better Than Bouillon seasoned vegetable base to kind of season it up a bit, along with my seasonings that I have here. And then I also got a little small thing of carrots and what is this? Not cucumber, zucchini. I got a zucchini to go along with it as well. Last but not least, I don't know what made me pick this up, but I got some bean sprouts to kind of go in there. I don't know. We'll see with this. I don't really know how to, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys really quick before I went to bed. I'm about to shower and relax because it's been a day. Bailey, my girl, she's not healthy. And I don't know. It's just been really stressful with that whole situation, but she's resting right now. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the coast. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glows, and I guess you always seem to know. Hello, Ramona.
I'm still trying to perfect this. I'm trying to get it to taste like, y'all know when I go to Cultivate Coffee, they have this honey vanilla latte, and I can just never really get it to taste exactly like how I want it to taste. I know it's not going to be exactly like the restaurant, but I be trying to get it close, and it's just never quite close. This is good. It's good, but I'm like, man, this tastes like a warm cinnamon cookie type situation. It's very good, very delicious. I just did honey, cinnamon. I warmed it up in the microwave for about 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and then I stirred it, and then another 15 seconds. And then I added my coffee in, and then I added that creamer, that vanilla creamer, oat creamer from Whole Foods that I got last night, and it's actually pretty good. Not quite like the restaurant, but it's good. And then for breakfast, I'm having a very simple breakfast. So this is a Beyond Meat sausage patty, which it actually tastes like meat, so it's pretty good. And then I have a egg bite with spinach in it, so that is pretty good as well. So I'm gonna eat both of these together. Really, really simple. Y'all, this is like breakfast and food nowadays. Like, I'm eating pretty much, that's it. That's gonna be for breakfast. You know how like when you've been training yourself to not eat as much, it just gets easier and easier. In the very beginning, when I first started this a few weeks ago or a couple months ago or whenever I started it, you know, I was like starving I really was. I was starving, and I'm like, man, you know, I knew that I needed to eat smaller portions. I knew that I had to make some changes, and this is pretty much the change. Like, this will last me for breakfast, and then for lunch, I'm going to make that soup. And then, yeah, I'm going to call it a day. It's not bad. Not eating meat has been, it hasn't been hard. It hasn't been hard. I don't know if that's because I've like gone without eating meat several times before, so it's like I kind of know what to expect. I don't know if it's that. But also finding like different alternatives of things that actually taste just like what I want, because like I like chicken tenders and stuff like that, especially to put in salads and stuff. But I've been finding like different alternatives at the stores, and then I've been asking people that I know who are vegan and vegetarian and who don't eat meat and haven't ate meat for years. I've been asking them like what kind of brands and stuff that they eat, so just like educating myself a little bit more. And I think it's become a lot easier, especially when I talk to people who have been doing it for years, because they know the good stuff. And sometimes I feel like I think that I'm supposed to just be eating whatever Kroger sells or whatever Whole Foods and all of them sell. And it's like, no, there's other brands, there's different things that you can get online that actually taste really, really good. And this is like the one thing that I did differently than I did in the past, which is to really educate myself and talk to the people who are actually vegan and vegetarians. Before, I was never really doing that. But now that I have been, and I know a couple of people who don't eat meat, like it's just been a world of a difference. And I'm like, okay, and it's actually a little easier because the brands that they're telling me are actually tasting good. So this particular meal that I'm having right now for breakfast, I got both of these at Kroger, I think. So this one kind of really doesn't count. But everything else that I've been eating, as far as the stuff that I really, really want, like I got some chicken tenders that aren't really chicken tenders. I love chicken, so that's like a thing. I don't know. It's just becoming easier and easier. And the goal was to just do it all of November. I'm not eating meat all of November, and I wasn't drinking all of November. I did have one drink after we went to the movie, and we went to a restaurant, and then we went to another place after the restaurant, and it's like a bar, and I had a drink at the bar, but just one out of November, you know, it's whatever. And even that, I had a drink because it was social. So I'm like, ugh, but I'm not beating myself up over it. The meat thing is really the most important thing, because I know that I can abstain from alcohol. That's not like a big, huge thing. It was the meat that I was really worried about. But as I've been doing it for November, I'm like, should I extend this to December? Should I see how long I can go? I definitely have thought about it, for sure. Anyway, today is going to be a very, very, very chill day. I don't feel like doing really much of anything. I kind of straightened up between last night and this morning. Cleaned up a little bit. Bailey is feeling a little bit better, so I'm really just kind of monitoring her and making sure that I don't have to take her to the vet. She's having a lot of the same symptoms that she was having about 6 months ago. Y'all remember when she got really, really sick and she almost died? She started about 2 or 3 days ago with the same symptoms. The only difference is that last time she completely stopped eating and drinking. She stopped moving. It was bad. This time, same symptoms, as far as like not being really mobile. Her stomach is like swelling up and stuff, but she's still eating, drinking, and going to the bathroom as normal. And then this morning, I still have some medication left over from the last time that she got sick. So I've been giving her that medication because it is the same symptoms and it seems to be helping. And this morning when we woke up, it seems like the swelling is going down and she is a lot more mobile than she has been over like the last 3 days or so. She was able to get up, go to the bathroom. She got a little pep in her step. Like it seems like she's like getting better. So I'm pretty much just gonna be chilling all day, monitoring her, make sure I ain't gotta get up and go nowhere with her, making sure she's good, editing, and then we're gonna make the soup in just a little while here. I'm gonna wait closer to lunch, or like, you know, like maybe between lunch and dinner or something like that, and just, yeah, have an overall chill day. It is freezing cold. It is buck cold outside. It is so cold. We went to go for a walk earlier and I'm like, what the heck? I got her a little sweater. I gotta show you. I was not a sweater, like a sweatshirt. I gotta show y'all later. But like, we went outside this morning. I was like, girl, hurry up so we can go back in. It's so cold. I was like, today is like a chill day. Be in the house, all of that. We'll see. Cause I also need to run some errands too. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, it's gonna be chill. So good. I got the I can't remember what it's called, the brown, no, I don't remember what I get. Back home, it is about 5 o'clock. See what time it is. Yes, it is 5:08 p.m. and we are finally getting started on this soup. I just went for a nice long walk around the park, and then we went and got some ice cream afterwards, so that was really fun. I said I wasn't really going to do anything today, but it was still an overall chill day, so that was nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this soup. So I think I'm going to do, if not both of the chicken broths, I'm going to at least do one to start out. Let me see. Let me see how much it's going to take to fill up this pot. Because the thing about it is, I don't want like a whole lot of soup left over, because I don't really be eating it like that. I think one is going to work fine. Like, I'll probably eat on it for like 2, maybe 3 days, and then after that, that's it. And I always make too much. So I think one is going to be good. It looks like that. Turn my fire on. And then from there, I'm just gonna start dropping all my ingredients in. I don't really have a rhyme or reason on how I'm about to make this soup. I really just got everything. I'm just gonna put it all in, taste test it at the end, call it a day.